Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know I'm a little bit late, but welcome to my March wrap-up. Okay, so this month I figured I'm gonna do something a little bit different for my March wrap-up. Instead of holding up all the books, I think what I'm gonna do is just go through all of them with the video on the screen, because I saw someone else do that and I kind of liked it. So that is my plan. I had a very ambitious TBR for March. I don't know why, but I did. I think I put like 17 or 18 books on my TBR, and I did not finish all of them. March was gonna be a hectic month for me, and I don't know why I didn't think that. Not only was it my birthday, my best friend's birthday, my mom's birthday, and like, I don't know, it was just a busy month. And I kind of went into a reading slump in like the mid section of March, but I'll explain that once we get into the video. So I don't know why a lot of people in like a few of the Facebook groups I follow for my books also were in a reading slump. So I was like, what is going on, Kayla? So, but it is what it is. I'm back and I'm better than ever. I don't know why, but like the last week of March kind of hit me with the vengeance, and I got out of my reading slump and I was able to do pretty good on my TBR. I feel like for what I put on my TBR, I actually read a decent amount. So let's just roll into the video. And if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at the video to see what I'm talking about, okay? Okay, so the first three books that I put on my TBR were by Elaine Harris. It was The Invisible Life, Obeyed With Me, and Just As I Am. So I definitely read The Invisible Life. Invisible Life was about Raymond. He is a bisexual black man. It kind of chronicled his life from finding out he was bisexual in college all the way to his first like couple of years in New York as a lawyer. He meets a woman, Nicole. They kind of fall in love, but Raymond does still have these sexual attractions towards men as well. It wasn't giving everything that I thought it was giving, but I really liked The Invisible Life. I think I rated Invisible Life 3.5 stars, but I tried to finish the series out. Just As I Am is the second one in there, gave me a reading slump. Let me tell y'all, I think that book was on my TBR, or my Goodreads TBR, for the longest amount of time. Like, I just could not get through I couldn't get past chapter 4. I do plan on finishing the series one day, but I could not get past chapter 4. So I'll just tell you a little bit about it. Just As I Am was now in the duology point of views. It's still in second, I don't know, it's still in second person. The book is written in second person, but this time you get dual POVs. So it is Raymond's POV and Nicole's POV, even though after the first book they kind of, you know, but I don't know, it just got me in the worst reading slump. I am gonna try to finish the series because I do like Elaine Harris's writing. I just think it wasn't the time or place, and I think I try to force myself to read books just because I put them on a TBR, which isn't good, because I feel like if you like reading and you like push yourself to like, you have to stick to these books, like don't stray, it kind of deteriorated me from reading, because I got a lot of good books this month that I wouldn't pick up because I was like, oh, I need to read my TBR, which is crazy. So anyways, those are the first three books on my TBR. So I did read Invisible Life, didn't finish Just As I Am, and I did not finish Obeyed With Me. But maybe one day soon I'll finish the last two in the series, because I'm not gonna let them go. I just think it was the right book, wrong time. The next trilogy that I put on my TBR, y'all, Sarah Bowden and Elle Kennedy, Him, Us, and Epic. Westme. Oh my, Jamie and West were so freaking cute. Okay, so Him, Us, and Epic, they're a trilogy. They chronicle the lives of Jamie and Wes, who are hockey players. They play at the collegiate level first, and then it kind of chronicles their life through like the NHL and moving to Toronto, and then like they have flashbacks of when they first met, which they met each other in a hockey camp. Things happened and they had like a sexual experience, but which one was it? Wes, I believe, was already gay. He was openly gay, but Jamie was not. Jamie was still dating women. He even had his own little like fling. He wasn't dating women seriously, but he did have an F buddy. So that was so cute to kind of see like they romance come full circle, because they were friends before they did the dues, and you know they went back to their hockey camp from being teenagers after like winning the Frozen Four and you know the national championship and everything, and like helped to coach and mentor the younger kids, and that was like nice to see. So I really love this book. So that was the first book. The second book was about them actually finally getting together. Jamie decides to go on and coach, and all this can be found on the back of the book. And then Wes is like a NHL star, but he was open and out in college, but he chose not to be open and out in NHL. His first year, he wanted to just kind of spend his first year not openly gay. I guess just for the safety of both him and Wes. It do chronicle his reasons, but I don't want to tell y'all. And so yeah, just kind of go through that. You meet new characters like their friends, their roommates, his teammates, and it's just a beautiful book, y'all. Like, and then epic. Y'all, go get this trilogy. Like, this is the cutest thing since sliced bread. Honestly, I finished the off-campus series, as y'all know, and then as you'll see, I finished Briar U, and I was just longing for that hockey feeling. So had to pick up him as epic. Go get it. Next on my TBR was the Briar U series. So of course I had already read The Chase, because the Chase is free on Amazon. It ain't even just free on Kindle Unlimited. It's just free on Amazon. If you can download it, you can have the Kindle app on your phone for free. You can read it. So I just wanted a physical copy, which I did get. But then on my TBR, I put The Risk, which was amazing. That is Brianna and Jake Conley's story. Brianna and Jake were so cute. I can tell there was some instant chemistry, even though, you know, Brianna was her own strong, independent woman. She didn't want to use Jake Conley. She was all Team Briar, and Conley was the star of Harvard, but Conley was going places. So when she was trying to get a job in a male-dominated industry, she name-dropped Jake, and he was like, listen, I'll be your fake boyfriend, but you gonna have to, you know, go on some dates with me. And I just thought it was so cute. I love to see women lead in a male-dominated industry. So, I'm sorry I didn't tell y'all him as epic. I gave him all 4.5 stars. I'm really trying to be stingy with my 5s, y'all. I'm really trying to be stingy with my 5s, but those are good. The Risk, 4.5 stars. Not 5 stars, but definitely close. Okay, so next is The Play. Oh, The Play was so good. The Play was Hunter Davenport's book and Demi Davis. So Hunter, at the end of The Risk, he was going through some things. I'm not going to say it because y'all need to read The Risk, but he makes this vow to himself that, hey, I'm going to be a good role model for my team. Find out why. Read the series. So he's going to abstain, and he has to do this like year-long project in one of his classes, and he gets picked to be with Demi, and Demi's like beautiful, but she's the perfect partner because she has a boyfriend, which we don't with him. Okay, anyway, so Demi's sweet. She's kind of a guy's girl, you know. She has a lot of guy friends, which I'm not judging because I do too. And so they just kind of form a really good friendship. Hunter sees something, and Hunter is real. Hunter is real. Let me tell you, if you are friends with guys, then guys need to realize that you are their bro and that they have to follow the bro code with you, not their boyfriends. Hunter is real. I don't feel like I can say any more else about this book or I'm gonna spoil it. So there is the last book in the off-campus series, and it follows Taylor and Connor Edwards. Honestly, this book really didn't do too much for me. 3.5 stars. I really couldn't win without it, but it was still a decent book. Honestly, it just wasn't really believable. She's like a sorority girl. She's at a sorority party. Everybody's mean. Okay, this is where on my TBR I got a little bit ahead of myself. I put the entire Crave series on my TBR, and honestly, I feel like if it wasn't that March was such a big month, probably could have finished them, but definitely didn't. So Crave, I definitely got into. It's the story of Grace and Jackson, and honestly, it's so much to the story that I can't even sum it up in the video. I definitely gave it 4 stars. It's very good. It's nothing like Twilight. It is, but it is definitely not. Very different boarding school. There's definitely more than vampires. Vampires, warlocks, witches, dragons. Crazy. It's just so much to it. The tunnels, no, but I loved at the end of it, you find out like it's a big twist or whatever. And I am in Crush right now. I'm in like chapter 7 of Crush, but I did not touch COVID or Court. So those definitely will be in my April TBR, but that video is coming later today. Yeah, I got way too ahead of myself to think that I was gonna be able to manage all this. Honestly, I probably could have if I didn't let Just As I Am put me in such a reading slump. Like, honestly, that book was on my TBR for, I read the first book in a day. And then I picked it up on the 2nd of March, and I held it without reading it until like the 19th. So it was on my TBR for a long, it was on my, like, I'm trying to read it for a long time. And then like about the 18th or 19th, I was like, screw it. I'm putting it down and I'm picking up other books. And I've read all the other books that I've said I've read from the 19th or 18th until, honestly, March 31st is when I finished Verity. So it's like, I don't know what it was about the book, but I just held it. And I felt bad for trying to read something else. Oh, 2 books that I read that aren't on this TBR was Dipped in Holly and Struck by Cupid, which is like cute little novellas that you can find on Amazon, Kindle Unlimited for cheap. Follows the life of Holly, and she's dating her senior citizen. No, I'm just playing, but it's like age gap romance, smutty. It was pretty good. 4 stars, just something quick read. They were novellas, so they were about like 150 pages if you just want to get into it. I saw it on everybody's, I think I saw Dip on Cupid on everybody's February, what I read, and I was like, I need to read this. So I read it I did, and it was pretty freaking good. Honestly, by the time the end of the month came, I wasn't able to get through any of the standalones that I wanted to read. I didn't get through Honey Don't List, Dating You, Hating You. I did get to Verity. Y'all, like I said, Verity was the last thing I read on March 31st. Why is that book still in my head rent-free on, I mean, it's only 2 days later, but still. I gave it a 4.5 star or 4.75, but I definitely rated 5 stars because I keep thinking about it. Team Letter, for sure. Verity was like the first dip of mine into like mystery thrillers, and like, oh my god, I knew something was up. Like, I don't know, the first sentence of the book, y'all, it starts like this. What in the world am I reading? And I just, oh my god, I couldn't put it down. Typically I could read that book in like 1 day, but I let myself kind of enjoy it and digest it, and took 3 days to read it. But so freaking good. And then last but not least on my TBR that I read this month was Coty and Sal. That was such a good Mariana Zapata book. And let me tell y'all, I'm glad I'm reading them in release order, because when he went and got that tattoo, I was like, I know you. So I cannot wait to see what the rest of the wonderful mind of Mariana Zapata brings me in the next coming months. The next one is Rhythm, Chord, and Macallan. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I'm definitely gonna read it. This is like one of the shortest Mariana Zapata books. I think out of all her books, the Rhythm, Chord, and Malcolm is the shortest book. So definitely gonna have time to finish the Crave series next month. But yeah, Coty and Sal, that was such a good soccer romance. I'm not even into soccer, but it's just like the slow burn of it. This is like your dream player and he's gonna coach you, but then at the end there's a twist and you're like, I can't, it sucks trying to be spoiler free because I just want to tell y'all everything, but I can't, because if I tell y'all, then I feel like it ruins the book. Like if I was watching somebody's review and they said what I wanted to say, I would be so mad because I read 479 pages to find this out and you just told me in 2 seconds. So I'm not going to. I'm gonna keep it calm and collective, and I'm just gonna tell you this was a good Mariana Zapata book. Honestly, I was nervous to start it because of all of the hype. Because Lingus was not hyped up at all. Honestly, a lot of people downplayed Lingus, but I loved Lingus. Loved Lingus. Dexter Locke or Under Locke, not a lot of hype. Loved Locke. Locke was slow into about 80 pages, which is not like even 10% of the book. And then once I hit page 80, it was just like up from there. Loved it. Loved it. And then, so Coty, I was like, oh, this is like really hyped up. Will I still like it? Or will I feel like I like it because I have to feel like I like it? Same thing about 81. Had me hooked. I think I stayed up to like 4 a.m. trying to finish this book. I think I really did read this book in like 1.5 days because I was obsessed. Went to work the next day like this. Because I had to know what happened. After, I had to know what happened. I was like, whoa. So, that was my March wrap up. I hope you guys enjoyed my videos. And yeah, I tried to switch up the location. I'll definitely switch it back though for my April TBR. I need to go ahead and film that. I kind of was getting out of the like swing of TBRs, but I'll discuss that in my next video. Drinking, 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 drinking. Something about your vibe remind me of the weekend.